This is Matt for Into Boxing. I'm delighted to be joined by Reece Mould. Reece, I've just watched you be put through your paces in there, chucking a lot of leather. How are you feeling? Ready for the new year?
Yeah, I'm ready, and I'm just starting to get that Christmas weight down, and we're just starting to get into camp now, really. We've sort of got a date. We should know by end of this week, and obviously we're just getting ready, and it should be 10 weeks out end of this week if it is that date.
Brilliant. Talk to me about Christmas then. Obviously, a lot of boxers, if they don't know a date, they tend to enjoy themselves. Did you enjoy yourself over the Christmas period? Did you indulge a bit? Were you a bit naughty? What did you do?
Yeah, well, obviously last Christmas I was in camp all over Christmas, obviously boxing straight away in the British title fight, so I didn't have anything this last year, so this year I enjoyed myself, but I don't drink in and out of camp anyway. I don't drink whatsoever, so that's not an issue, but I like my food and I don't eat good food either, so...
What's your go-to food then? What's your cheat meal when you're really taking the piss with your diet?
I like my agras, I like my Chinese, but...
I'm all over that. Since you lost to Leigh, have you had time to now reflect on that fight and what went wrong for you? And have you seen parts of your game where you think, you know what, I can improve here, improve there? Have you really had time to analyse that and give yourself a bit of a kick moving forward?
Yeah, obviously you look what Leigh's gone on and done since that fight. I mean, it was the fight after where it was the Kanju fight, and obviously I was down after that fight, but I've took a lot of things away from that, probably more. I know everyone says it, but I probably have took more away from that than what I would as if I won the fight. I went into there, as a 13-fight novice. I've never been past 6 rounds, and I've never been in with someone at level what Leigh was, and I believe up to the point of getting put down, well, even after the first put down, I believe I was up on points. Then it's boxing and he caught me, and that's what it is, and I'll move on.
He's going against Michael Conlan, defending his world title. Obviously, you can see now our boxing, one door closes, another one opens. He's gone on to do some good things. You mentioned his power. How strong is he? How physically strong is he in that ring? And do you think he'll be able to put it on Michael Conlan and maybe impose his power?
Yeah, I believe Leigh is very strong, and it's right what Ben says. He has got freakish power, but I've said it to guys, everyone asks me, is he as strong as what they're saying? Yeah, I think I had it built up in my head that he was this big puncher, and I got in there with him and he was hitting me, and obviously he was hitting me hard because I could feel his punches through my gloves. But I think I had it so built up in my head that he was a big puncher that I was expecting his power, and I probably didn't believe it was as hard as what it is, but looking back, yeah, he does it hard, and I think if anyone can't deal with power, then that's why I believe he beat Kanju. I believe Kanju went in there and he was scared stiff of his power and he wouldn't let loose because he was scared of what comes back.
Yeah, he went into that fight again as an underdog, did Leigh, and he managed to pull it out of the bag. Coming back to you, so this year now, what are you hoping to achieve? Have you got your eyes set on titles, building yourself back up the rankings? What's next for you?
Yeah, obviously I boxed straight after the Leigh fight, more or less. Yeah. I came back and got a quick win. Then it was a steady year, and then we got a good decent fight end of the year, and that came off. Like I said to Sean at the start of this, just after Christmas, I need to be in them big fights this year. I mean, I'm 27-year-old now. I've been professional. I think that was my 6th medical, what I've just done a couple of weeks back. This year, I've got to fight for a title, more or less straight away for me.
What's the weight like? Are you confident at the weight, or are you thinking about moving up or down? What are you still trying to find out what's your best weight?
Yeah, obviously, by the time my British title came round at featherweight, I think it was nearly about 2 years by the time the Ryan Walsh situation, and then Jordan Gill pulling out, and then we got the Leigh fight and everything. I'd more or less outgrown the weight, and I think going forward I need to be at super featherweight, and especially I am growing all the time. I mean, you can look back on the pictures 5 years ago when I first turned professional to what I am now. I'm twice the size as what I was then, sort of thing. So we have moved up to super feather, I'd even take a fight if you offer me a title at lightweight. I'd take the chance. I know what I can do with lightweights. I know what I can do with heavier people and that share ring with them. So I'm more than confident at fighting for a title at lightweight if one comes.
Absolutely. Will you be looking down the route of Commonwealth title potentially? Can you give us a bit of insight on what's going on in the background that you may be able to let us know?
Yeah, it's been mentioned that I could be fighting for an eliminator for the Commonwealth, which is in about 10 weeks' time. So we just have to see, you know how hard. That's what pisses me off so much about boxing. It's the politics behind the closed doors and how hard it is getting fights, and then they're falling through. And so I just like fighting. And obviously I'm at an age now where I need to be pushing on and fight for them titles.
What's it like being in this gym? I've been here, it's the second time in this gym. There's a lot of banter flying around. There's Josh, Maxie, yourself, a few others in here tonight. It's good crack, but that work ethic's incredible. It's non-stop, whether it's the sparring or whether it's doing the circuits or whether you've just been smashing the pads. It's unreal. How much, motivation, how much drive is it comes from this gym and the hard work you do here?
Oh yeah, I mean, look at Maxie for an example. I think he boxed for a British. I mean, I was down, I was low after the Leigh Wood fight. Like Max said, I boxed for a British 3 times, and look at him now, he's a world champion. And even Leigh came in after the fight and he says, "Look, I was in your position 5 years ago in the McDonald's fight." And it is what it is. But like, you come in this gym and everyone just picks you up. Josh is going on now and he's going to win another world title, and we just push each other, and we're a gym full of, as we say, a gym full of midgets. Yeah. So we all jump in and help each other out, sparring and stuff. So it's spot on, yeah.
Brilliant. Well, Reece, we look forward to seeing how you get on in 2022. It's a big year for a lot of people. It's a rebuilding job for yourself, but like I said, politics, everything aligns. Hopefully you get that eliminated for the Commonwealth, then you'll be able to kick on from there. So thanks for speaking to Into Boxing. Do you want to plug your social media? I know you said you're not active on it. Do you want to tell everyone your Twitter and Instagram is so they can follow you and all that?
I couldn't even tell it you, but just it'd be Reece Mould, whatever.
We'll tag you in it anyway, Reece. Thanks for talking to Into Boxing.